Welcome, ladies and gents, back to another Yorkshire Rose episode. And if you're wondering, where on earth are we? Well, I don't blame you. We are actually up in Sunderland at the National Glass Centre ahead of today's game. But before we crack on with today's game, we do, of course, have a couple to catch up on. The first of today's catch-up game sees us head away to 11th place Blackburn, and although we sadly fell to a disappointing 65th minute Diaz's goal, we then fought gallantly as Williams got a 92nd minute equaliser. Before we then welcome top of the table Reading. Are you having a laugh? No, but we were, as we slid in our big girthy meat only 13 minutes in, before Berahino then made it 2-0 8 minutes from time. But ladies and gents, before we hop into today's game, we of course have some news to go over, especially the injury news. Thankfully, there is a little bit of good news, as you will see from the bottom of the list. But first of all, Halifax has loaned Fielding. We don't really need him. He's a backup. So I sent him there to get a little bit of game time. He can go enjoy himself, play a bit of football, and yep, hopefully help Halifax play a little better this season. We then have George Baez now. He picked up an injury in the Reading game. He picked up a broken ankle. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. I was playing the other series, and yeah, it allowed me to escape from this for a while, but 3 to 4 months. It's going to be out for 3 to 4 months. This is a big opening for Pedder, or perhaps a big opening for us in the transfer market when that opens back up. But Baez is going to be out for a good bit. And joining him on the injuries, although I think he might already be back, is Georges. He picked up an injury by Norwood in training. 1 to 2 days, yes. Georges should be back. Yes, he's back. All good. So we don't have to worry about our goalkeeper. We are going to be missing our cam, though. Ian Hall is also injured. He picked that up in the Millwall game, of course. He broke his lower leg. Typical Millwall, going and breaking players' legs. That, I believe, was about 5 minutes into the last episode, if I remember correctly. Specialist, 4 to 6 months. Missing a couple of our attacking mids. Going to be a little rough up that end of the pitch. Rowley has reached his yellow card limit and thus will miss out on the Sunderland game. And our youth facility has been upgraded. So that's a little bit of good news. Our youth facility now joins our training facility in being nice and brand spanking new. But how does our team look for today's game? And so, ladies and gents, it is time for the big one, the big girthy one, as the big girthy meat is in fact taking on the Dickman, Lewis Dickman from their side. He is, of course, their manager for this one, so it's going to be a bit of a sausage war in this one, and well, things are heating up. Quite literally, my room right now is 27.4 degrees. It's getting warm in here, it's getting hot in here. Don't worry, not going to take off any of my clothes, but do we have any big matches going on elsewhere? Well, Birmingham takes on Peterborough. That looks like a rather interesting one. 17th versus 24th. The Bristol game, do we care about that one? Not really, unless we manage to pick up a win in this. QPR versus Derby. Would love a draw in that one, so both of those drop points. Millwall takes on Luton again. Probably Luton if one has to win, but ideally a draw. Ipswich, Nottingham, we don't care about that. That's a push for the top. Don't see us doing that. Best case, I can see us mid-table. I still see us down in a relegation scrap until we guarantee the points to stay up. Portsmouth then at home against Fulham. Of course, want Fulham to win that one. Help guarantee. I want really Portsmouth, QPR, Swansea, Peterborough and Derby, those teams, and Millwall to all be struggling. Hull City, of course, personally, I don't want to see them struggle, but if it means we stay up, City, you're going to have to take the bullet. But hopefully they manage to pull themselves up from that mess, and those other teams I mentioned are the ones actually down in the scrap. Then we've got Reading versus Blackburn, again, another game that doesn't really affect us. Sheffield Wednesday, Bournemouth, again, doesn't really affect us right now, although Sheffield Wednesday is doing pretty good. They are having a similar start to us. Sunderland versus us, of course, want us to win. Swansea, Middlesbrough, hopefully Middlesbrough can beat Swansea in that one. West Bromwich Albion against Barnsley. We don't really care about that game, but I would like West Bromwich Albion to win it because I believe that's where I'm planning on taking us in the next episode. And then Leeds versus Hull City, that's going to be a big game. Come on, you all! Probably going to be Leeds to win that one. I know I shouldn't be wanting Hull City to win it considering they're in that scrap with us, but Of course, I want Hull City to do well. So let's head on into the tactical meeting screen, apply those opposition instructions and find out who is in our team for today. As you can see, very good pitch condition here in Sunderland. 26,918 tickets have been sold out of a 48,707 capacity. Speaking of pitch condition, by the way, our relay, I believe, is going to be not January, not February, not March, not April, May, I want to say. It's going to be like end of May time is when they've planned to relay the pitch. I guess back end of the season is the plan on that one. It's a gusty, drizzly 14 degrees Celsius here today. We then, of course, have our team for today's match. I am going for a cautious mentality. They're expected to be about 9th according to the season preview, but we all know those season previews can be a bit here, there, everywhere. We've gone from being like 400 to 1 to stay up to 350. So, yeah, those odds, take them with a pinch of salt. Our team today, though, is George in goal, a backline of Fleming, Terry, Adiapan and Shakin Stevens. Central midfield is Sorensen alongside Goss. Sliding over to that left-hand side, of course, to cover for the suspended Rowley. On the wings is Lubala and Williams. Williams, of course, in for the injured Hall. And coming in for Byers is Lawless. He's going to be sitting behind the big Geffy meat. Now, our assistant was actually telling them, hey, Pedal will be the one who goes and covers there. So maybe that's going to throw them off a little bit. On our bench, though, is Prisbeck, Klein, Shipley, Allen, Pedder, Berahino, and Samuel Vokes. So let's submit the squad. Let's crack on. As you can see, it's gone down rather nicely. Okay, so they have 6 changes to their lineup. Anybody in that squad I'm particularly worried about? No. Probably going to regret saying that. But as you can see, under Sunderland, Lewis, Dickman. We've got Dickman versus the big girthy meat. Love that. Absolutely love it. But let's give a little bit of motivation to the lads. We're expected to lose this. We've got nothing to lose. The media is giving you a lot. No. I expect to win. No. I know you are underdogs here, but go out there and give the fans. No, we're away from home. You've got nothing to lose. Let's show everyone what we're capable of. Didn't go down great, but didn't go down badly. So we don't have to worry on that front. We didn't upset anyone trying to do that shout. Now, I have left my keyboard all the way underneath the microphone on the monitor stand. So I apologise if this is a bit loud when I move it. But I would like to move it a little bit nearer, you know, so I can actually reach it. And gently, in the wise words of the Blue Van Man, for those who've never seen him. Right. Gently. Gabriel here on the right hand side plays it up to Bola, inside to Boxall. Boxall goes back to Gabriel. Gabriel finds Paintsel. Paintsel tries to get one through. Lovely interception by Terry though. And it's now with Goss in the centre circle. Can we get something going down this right hand side? Williams, ball through to the big girthy meaty. Is getting pushed out wide though. Pull it back for Williams. Yes, Williams, shoot. Come on, Williams. Oh, come on, Williams. Jaden Williams, 6th goal of the season. We're only 12 minutes into this one, ladies and gents. I had to check that was recording because I would have felt really bad if we wasn't. Would have felt really bad. What a beautiful ball through. Big game for me. Bad touch. Ended up dragging 3 players with him. They eventually tried to regain their shape, but it was too late as Williams drills it in. Birmingham, by the way, 1-0 up in their game as well. They scored a minute into their match. And, well, we'll see. There's any other goals around the league. Right now we've got another highlight as Terry is going to collect it at the back, plays it up to Sorensen. He finds Brandon. Brandon, by the way, had a fantastic game against Reading. I think he got an 8.3. Ball over the top to Big Geffy Meteor though. Oh, Big Geffy. Big Geffy's actually taking some touches. He's not trying to blast it first time. It's great. It's absolutely wonderful. It's up to a 7.6 now. Goss with the corner. Where's he going to go with this one? Whipped it in, nodded away, but we should be able to. No, Pencil gets it. Stoke, by the way, just gone 1-0 up against Bristol City. Nottingham Forest 1-0 up against Ipswich. Stoke is now 1-1, in fact, and Derby County is winning their game 1-0 at the moment as well. It's ball up to Boxall, intercepted by Sorensen, though. Lawless will kick it across to Goss. Williams has an overlap in Shakin Stevens. He's going to go himself, though. Perhaps he could pull it back if he needs. He does have support coming inside from Sorensen, I believe there is. Back post, Lubala nods it down for Lawless. Come on, first time by Dion Lawless. Nicely headed down by Lubala. Beautiful finish by Dion Lawless. I believe that was his second goal of the season. Not a bad way to get it. 2-0 up here against Sunderland, a team, like I said, these should be pushing for the playoffs. We should be bottom of the league, but look at this. This is not a bottom of the league team performance right now. This is absolutely beautiful. Showing exactly what we did against Reading. Goss whipping it in. Terry can't get onto the end of it, but Sorensen can as he collects it. Plays it over to Goss on this left-hand side. Goss whips it in. Williams can't get onto it though, and it has been cleared away, but Fleming collects it on the halfway line. Brandon up to Lubala. Brandon's continued his run down this left-hand side. Can anyone find him? Lawless finds Lubala instead. Perhaps pull it back for Brandon. No, he's gone inside to Sorensen. Sorensen's got way too much space. Whips it in. Williams can't score the header though on the back post. So, nice little 30 minutes out of us so far. Further the way in, Birmingham 2-0 up in their game, Derby 2-0 up, Millwall's 1-1 against Luton, Nottingham Forest 1-1 with Ipswich. Now Ipswich has pulled level in that one, and there's 2 minutes remaining in this half. So Terry, where's he going to go with this one? Across to Adiapan. Plenty of things going on in the league here today. Adiapan 1-2 with Terry. Now up to Dion Lawless. What's he going to do with this one? Ball through to Lubala. Oh, blocks the through ball from Lubala, but he gets it back. He's one-on-one with the keeper. Come on. Lubala, third goal of the season. Little bit lucky to get it back himself. He tried slotting it through for the big Gerfy meet, but it doesn't matter. It goes back to Lubala, and you don't give Lubala an opportunity like that. In fact, that slide tackle probably made it worse for them. If that had gone to big Gerfy meet, I reckon he would have got closed out by their defence. There was a couple of plays around him, but we'll take it. We will take it. As Adiapan now, centre circle. Where's he going to go with this one? Short to Goss. Goss turns, passes it over to Lubala. Lubala, ball through to big Gerfy. Can we get another one? Imagine if we made it 4 going into the half. But unfortunately, we're just going to have to settle for 3. 3 goals. They've had 2 shots so far. Fantastic performance. Fantastic. Great job, lads. I'm going to come around and give you all hugs. Even the player on a 6.6. Who was that? Shaking Stevens. Even you get a hug. You've all been great. Bournemouth is 1-0 up against Sheffield Wednesday, by the way. Blackburn 1-0 up against Reading. Fulham 1-0 up against Portsmouth, which is nice for us. Luton's now 2-1 up against Millwall. And I almost missed our substitution time. Birmingham, by the way, 3-0 up against Peterborough. Got 2-0 for Middlesbrough against Swansea, and West Brom is winning 1-0 as well. So the fixture lists are going pretty much our way, although I guess Leeds Hull late kickoff, or just not showing us. Anyways, for the most part, fixtures are going how we would like them. We are, of course, going to make some substitutes, rest up a couple of players. The big Gerfy meat is getting tired. He didn't manage to slide it in there, but you know what? We got plenty of penetration from elsewhere. Vokes is going to come on, rest him up. As you can see, our midfield, although depleted, although we're missing a cam, missing a winger, they all managed to pitch in, all managed to come in and do their job very well. I am proud of this team and our backups. So, what is the plan? Do we give Pedder a chance? You know what? We're going to play for an extra... We'll play to about 68th, 70th minute. Wait for another player to get a bit tired. Maybe hold on to that third substitution. I'm going to keep an eye on the bottom of our screen. As you can see, Williams has just got tired now on the 69 giggity minute. So... Berahino would like to be on this left-hand side, ideally. So Lubala can go over to there. Berahino can slide in there. And Shaking Stevens isn't having the greatest of games. You know what? We're 3-0 up. Klein wants some game time. We'll make Klein a little bit happier by giving him some game time here against Sunderland. Hopefully we don't get a sending off or an injury. If we do, I'm blaming it on Klein, because... the only reason I used him is so he can get some game time. Speaking of bad things, anyway, they've just gone and pulled one back. 20 minutes left, though. I don't see them getting a goal every 10 minutes. It's possible. I don't see them doing it. I don't see them doing it. Please do not do it. Please. I beg you. Miles? Miles. Please. Please, Miles. Please. Amos, though. Here. Cross-field ball to Janenipo. Keeps it just in. That was a great job keeping it in on that byline. Plays it back to Gabriel. Can Gabriel do anything on this right-hand side for Sunderland? Whips it in, back post bowler. Tries to get on to the end of it on Klein. Klein, 9 minutes from time. Nathaniel. We are time wasting. We are burning this clock down. Nathaniel, please, judges, save us. George in the jungle. Watch out for that football. Oh. Nathaniel. I'm going to be having words, Nathaniel. Going to be having words. I'm not amused. Yes, proceed with that change after the goal. Certainly proceed with that change after the goal. Brandon now throws it into Dion Lawless. Back to Brandon. Brandon whips it in, back post. Lubala nods it. Oh, Lubala, that would have sealed the game, surely. Bournemouth 2-0 up against Sheffield Wednesday, by the way. Forest Green 3-1 up against Ipswich. Can we hold on in this game? Yes, we can, ladies and gents. That was more of a nail-biter than it really should have been, but Lubala, our best performer, with an 8.8 in the end. Big Gerfy meet. Went and got himself an 8 and an assist as well. And as you can see across the board, we did pretty damn good. Klein, not a review though. But I thank you all for joining us in this one. Hopefully you join us in the next episode. Like I said, I believe it's going to be against West Bromwich Albion, but that's subject to change, of course, if the fixture list mixes up or if I just decide to go for a different game. But I thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely night and goodbye.